Hey everybody, it is another episode of A Piece of Molly's Mind, and this is going to blow your mind. I am at the Chagrin Valley Rec Center. I have never been here, you guys. I have lived here since I was 14 years old, and I have never been at the Chagrin Valley Rec Center, and that's crazy. And just so you know, it was supposed to be a little cooler today. That's why I have a sweater on at the pool. I am joined with Amy. Amy, you are what at the rec center?
I am the board chair.
A board chair. Why would the Chagrin Valley Rec Center have a board chair, you ask? Let me tell you, because you're a nonprofit.
That's right.
And you know what nonprofits mean?
This is a loaded question.
Always needing money. That's what it needs.
Yes.
That's what it needs. Dive into everything rec center, and then we're going to go even deeper and talk a little bit about the challenges here at the rec center, memories. And I will tell you, I grew up in Wickliffe until I was 14, and Kobe Park at the pool, the concession stand was like the best.
Yep.
So this is kind of fun for me. I don't have memories here, but I certainly have memories at my local community pool.
Yeah.
And right behind us actually is the concession stand, which I didn't know anything about this place. So I'm going to discover, just like some of you guys are going to discover, and we're going to talk all about it. A little bit more than just the pool. So let's go take a look at some of the other things that we got going on back here.
Sounds good. So we have the basketball courts and the basketball hoops, and that's part of the property that we lease from the school district. The school district allows us to use the tennis courts for the campers and for our tennis lessons.
So just for those of you that are watching, the rec center is located on the grounds of the Chagrin Falls School.
Correct.
So that's tricky.
Yes,
right?
It's very interesting. Recently just clarified that the nonprofit actually built the building and the pool back in the late 30s, early 40s.
Interesting.
But because we reside on public school property, that is a couple of different challenges, particularly when it comes to grant funding. And so, it's always great to check in with the school, and we have a really positive relationship with them as far as usage. And when we want to do improvements, we have to run it by them, and they're very gracious. And
because it's been here since day one on this ground.
Yes,
right?
It has.
1930s?
1938, I believe.
Wow.
You're going to test my history numbers.
That's okay.
There, but
believe me.
Yeah.
Everybody will be putting in the comments if we're wrong.
Great.
Trust me on that. All right. So you are lended the tennis courts that you guys can use right now. Going on as your camp, right?
Yes.
Your summer camp. You said it sells out so you sell it by week?
We do weeks. We have 8 weeks, and you can register week by week. You can do half days or full days. And we are pretty much sold out for most of the summer.
That's fantastic.
So it's very exciting. The
and
kids
what are some
love
of the
it.
things that they do here?
So Leah Bromfield is the camp director, and she was a teacher substitute at Gurney.
Okay.
And so she knows most of the
people.
kids. Yes, and they know her, which is great.
That's great.
And she plans themes for every week and has a special guest every week that goes along with the theme. For instance, the circus was here last week. So Sky Circus Ariel came out and brought some things and did a show with the kids, interactive. And then, of course, they get to swim in the pool, and they get to do crafts and have their lunch together and
do tennis.
Yeah, they can do their tennis lessons. A lot of our campers do swim team.
Oh,
so for the first hour, they'll do swim team, and then they'll come join the rest of the kids at camp for the rest of their day. So it's a very fluid and kind of integrated environment.
Perfect. So let's go inside, and we'll take a little peek at what inside looks like, and then we'll see what this pool's all about. Yeah?
That's great.
All right.
This is the rec room.
The rec room.
This is the rec room.
I love it. That's what we used to call in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
That's what we called our basement, the rec room.
Yeah, this is the rec room.
Probably where it came from, since this has been so old.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this is where the campers come.
Yep.
Do you ever do things? Do you close during the winter? Are there activities? Can you rent this out?
Yeah. So for the last few years, the wrestlers from the high school and the middle school, as well as the little guys with CAA, have used this space for wrestling practice in the winter, because we didn't have anything going on in the winter time in this room, and that was good use, and our relationship with the school for it. And so typically that's what has happened in the winter. This winter, after prom, also used it to build all of their decorations,
good,
and then they
good.
transported them over to after prom.
And I hope they all paid rent to you.
So we have had arrangements and
Okay.
agreements and exchanges for some marketing and communications and things like that. So yeah,
I'm not trying to cause any problems here.
Our treasurer would love that. Actually,
any way we can make a dollar,
Yeah.
because every dollar counts, especially with a nonprofit, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
it is not cheap to maintain a 1930s building.
Correct.
And then throw a pool onto it, right?
Correct. Yes.
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
So right now, actually, you guys are doing a campaign,
We are.
right?
Yes.
Right up here is the website where you can go. If you are being tugged by a memory of spending time here at the rec center, I highly encourage you to take 10, 15, 20, 50, 100, thousands of dollars and do a little donation here to the rec center, because we want it to be here for our kids, for our grandkids, and our grandkids' grandkids, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the specific thing we're asking for right now are donations towards pool covers. So we just spent $275,000 renovating the pools.
All right, stop right there. Say that number again.
We just spent $275,000 to renovate the pools, to keep them running, to make sure they're safe and healthy.
Folks, that's the price of a house. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And that's a smaller repair, believe it or not.
And you were lucky enough to have an anonymous donor take care of that for you.
We did. We have a lot of families who are longtime participants in the swim team and in the recreation center and in the camps, and they understand the maintenance challenges.
Mm-hmm.
They understand the cost of those. And we had a particular family who wanted to be kept up on what the repairs cost to make sure we could open safely this season. And when we took that to them, they said, we'll cover it.
That's
and
amazing.
It was incredible.
I don't know who you are, but shout out to you because you are amazing. All right, so let's head to the pool area. Actually, we have to see what's on the concession stand menu.
Yeah, let's go.
That's a must,
So
right?
the campers, they always, in the morning, I'm sure, I've heard other parents, and I know in my house, my camper always argue, how many dollars are they going to get to take today?
Gotcha.
And so when you see the menu, you know, you can get a lot for $3.
I was going to say the dollars.
Yeah, dollars.
All right, let's go check that out. Talked about camp this year has littles, and then the bigger kids, and then there's a gap. And then when they're 14, they can apply to actually be a counselor here. Yes?
Yes, and work in the concession area and like check in families when they come in.
What about lifeguarding? How old do you have to be for that?
So I believe lifeguarding is 16, maybe training at 15.
Program.
And
okay.
One of the wonderful things, there are many wonderful things about Beth Sonhalter, our pool director. And she trains. So she trains all of the lifeguards here, and she assists them and supports them in some of the certifications.
That's awesome. So the concession stand, folks. All right. So what's top on the menu here?
Yeah. What do people love at the concession stand?
I'm covering.
Yeah. So there's the ice cream, obviously, and we got some
ice cream,
chips, and
we always have to order more cotton candy and chips ice cream. Chips, you'd be surprised. Talkies.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't shock me. My daughter's a talkie.
Yeah.
And you have Diet Dr. Pepper.
We do.
Like, that's like huge for me. I go almost every day to Dave's Cosmic Sub to get my Diet Dr. Pepper. Okay.
Airheads?
Yeah.
Yes.
Airheads.
We've run out twice now. That's why we cross over them because we're ordering a big batch again.
And what is your position here?
So I'm the camp director.
Oh, we talked about you already.
This is Miss Leia.
So for the big camp and little camp, all concession staff was just getting her face painted. So I hopped in here to cover. So I usually just work the camps.
Is face painting a daily thing, or is this something special today?
So it's Make a Splash Week. So each week we have themed weeks, and we have an event each week. So this week is a face painter and ice cream party, which we had this morning.
Okay.
Last week we had the circus here. In a few weeks, Amy's lovely husband is going to come do a presentation about NASA and some space stuff. My dad's going to come in, and he's going to draw pictures of all the kids. So
I love this.
Each week we have an event that goes along with the theme.
And you don't sound like you have a Chagrin Falls accent.
No, I'm from England.
Okay. And what brought you to Chagrin Falls?
So my dad moved here after working for Lubrizol for a really long time, and then he brought us with him. So I went to school in Aurora, and then I found the rec.
Excellent. I love it.
I love it here.
I love it. And where are you from?
Chagrin Falls.
Okay, you go to Chagrin?
Yeah.
Okay, what grade?
I'm going into 9th grade.
9th grade. And what is your position? What's your job here? What do you do?
I work at concessions, and then I'm also a camp counselor.
Okay. And this is Amy.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
She didn't know you. And I was
Good.
like, she's the president.
Yeah.
You better know her.
I don't know Miss Amy.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm still learning everyone too, which is great.
We have a lot
It's
of staff
awesome,
members.
which is excellent.
So you are a year or two is your term.
Just a
Remind me.
year.
A year.
Yeah.
Can that be changed? I got to tell you, because nobody can get anything done in a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. So one of the conversations that we're having is changing the bylaws.
Yeah.
So it's an elected position. All of our board positions are elected positions,
And
it's
not-
a 1-year term
And not paid.
and
correct?
not paid.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not paid.
That's why it's a year, everybody.
So yeah, everyone gets burnt out.
Yeah. But you're doing some great things here. All
We've
right.
had a good year.
So we're going to head up here. Is this where the phone was?
You know.
Yes.
I
this
believe
was where
so.
the pay phone was, you guys. Ah.
So when
I
I
love
first
it.
walked through with the school maintenance personnel, like just kind of getting to know the facility and getting to know the stakeholders involved, and there was quite a conversation actually.
Absolutely. That brings some nostalgia right there. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So do you guys still have a swim team?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, a very
Okay.
active swim team. I think this year we have about 100 families
Okay.
that participate in swim team.
Do you host some of the competitions?
We do. We
And
have
then you
meets
go-
here. Correct.
Okay.
And then we travel
Meets.
to other
Meets, Molly. They're called meets,
They're
not
meets.
competitions.
Well, they're both.
Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
and we travel to other pools. Our team
Yeah.
does as well. So yeah, we have a really strong history on our
Yes.
swim team.
Well, I
Yeah.
can see it by the
Yeah.
walls here. All right, so lead me to the pool, not through the bathroom.
Nope, we're not going through the bathroom.
Yes.
We'll go through the lifeguard room.
I love
which
that.
will hopefully, we're working on a makeover for this room so that families can walk through this way so that they don't
I
have
love
to
that.
separate men, women, boys, girls.
Something that I hosted for the Chagrin Valley Little Theater that I think would be great for this space.
Yeah.
We did a drive-by gift card fundraiser.
Yeah.
Where one night this was at the Little Theater, but we all stood outside and people literally just drove by with gift certificates from Home Depot,
Oh, yeah.
Chagrin Hardware Store, Lowe's,
Yeah.
Lowe's hardware store place. And we got, I don't even know, enough to redo
Yeah.
the dressing room.
That's a
Because
great
you
idea.
got to think it's paint,
Mhm.
it's more organizational stuff.
Right.
And so that's
Yeah.
stuff that you get at the hardware store.
That's a great idea.
So we're gonna, coming
coming
soon.
soon.
We're gonna do a gift card promo. I love
There you
it.
go.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
We're gonna get the shades on.
Yep. Come on out to the beautiful pools here.
All right. How
here we are.
big is this? I don't know anything about pools, so when I'm asking questions,
Yes.
this is a.
So it's an 8-lane. Typically, pools are 6 lanes. This one is 8 lanes. Typically, they are 25. I think this one, and again, everyone in the comments, they're going to correct me, but
Yes,
I
yes.
think this one's a 32.
Okay.
And so it is wider and it is longer than a standard pool.
All right, so we have this being the main pool and then a kiddie pool, I'm assuming?
So we have a middle pool. That's right. I forget again.
I know. This is the first, everybody take a moment. This is the first time I have been in this space.
Yeah.
And I know that is going to be shocking to
Yeah.
a lot of people. But yeah,
Yeah.
So tell me everything. I need to know everything.
So this is what we call our big pool.
Okay.
So this is where our swim team practices in the morning. This is where our lap swimmers swim. The kids have to do a swim test in order to be able to be in this pool without their parents.
Okay.
So there's a very deep end here, and then it moves to the more shallow end where the basketball hoops
And what
are.
does deep end mean? What's our footage?
So the technical footage is about 10 feet. It may be a little less than that with the years of concrete and marzite that have been layered on top of the original structure. But yeah, it's a really nice size big pool.
You got the rope there indicating that's the shallow end.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Where they're playing
diving
basketball.
board. This would be your swim team diving
your
board.
blocks.
Listen
Yep.
to me.
Your blocks.
How professional the blocks.
You got it. You'll
For
get it.
the meet.
For the
For
meet.
the swim meet.
That's right.
And then let's head over to the smaller pool.
Yeah. So it's really nice. Here are our two new grills here that we had installed.
So do people bring their cookout stuff?
Yep. They bring their cookout stuff. They can rent them out on Rec Desk, which is our membership platform. And then if you rent the pavilion, so there's the Mary Beth Wolf Pavilion down here.
Yes, Mary Beth Wolf. Shout out to Mary Beth Wolf.
Yes, she's fantastic and has been incredibly helpful this year.
Yeah, she's an incredible person.
You get one of the grills with the pavilion rental.
Okay.
So that's kind of one of the improvements that we made this year as a board that we're really proud of.
So can you host a birthday party?
You can,
here?
yes. Any kind of party. You can rent out the pavilion.
You're not renting out the pool.
You do not get exclusive access to the pool. That is correct.
They'll kind of make up their own little games,
Yeah.
which is so fun.
Yeah.
And they're not on their phones,
No,
right? They're in
not.
a pool. You see nobody other than the adults here.
Taking a break, a breather.
You don't see. I mean, that's what we love, and
Yeah.
they're creating memories. And summer's all about that, right?
Yeah, it was really interesting on the survey that we did that just closed. We had about 200 respondents, and the overwhelming theme in the comments were the rec is classic summer for kids.
Yeah.
It's a place where they can come and they can hang out and have fun, like classic old school fun, basketball court, swimming, and all of that.
And make memories.
And also learn their first jobs, like we saw at the concession stand. You know, it's a place for their growth and their development.
Yeah.
And that was a really strong theme.
How dire are we right now?
Yeah. So we're
the future of the rec.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Yeah. So where are we?
Oh my gosh,
Operating.
there's another pool you got. Oh,
Yeah, there's
we'll
two.
get there.
Yeah.
My ADD is squirrel.
There's two.
Yeah.
So the operating budget is about $300,000 a year.
Okay.
And we are in a place where we can meet that. We're making that. We don't have a lot of extra with the maintenance that the facility is requiring. There's always something every week that comes up that needs
So when
to
you're
be fixed.
talking, go back to that number, that $278,000.
Yeah.
If you're not putting away, if you're only using what you have,
Right.
that's a problem.
It is, and that's one of the challenges, and our treasurer, Will Mason, has done a really great job, and he continues to finagle it every day, it feels like, trying to build up reserves.
Yeah.
We really don't have any savings. And so when we talk about then rebuilding, because the assessments that we have on the building structure and on the pools give us 5 to 8 years.
Right.
And when we talk about rebuilding, we have nothing saved for that.
Yeah.
And
And these
so-
are little ladder goes out and you got to
Right.
spend $150. We're talking
Yeah.
$278,000.
Right. Well, the heater alone, the quote for replacing the heater that we just got is $26,000 just for the heater.
And that's a need right now.
And that is a need right now, along with the pool covers.
Any anonymous $26,000 donors out there, let us know.
Please.
Let us know. We
Please.
need a heater.
Yeah.
You know,
Pool maintenance is really, really expensive.
Yeah.
It's very expensive, and the service providers are very difficult to find.
how much does it cost? Let's start walking this
Sure.
way, but how much does it cost to join the rec
Sure.
center?
So a family of 4 can join in a family package for about $500.
Okay.
And then it's a sliding scale from there. So with our mission of being family friendly and affordable, we lowered the cost per person the more children a family has.
Okay.
And so we're trying to accommodate the families and make it accessible as much as we possibly can, while also understanding that memberships and programs, that's our revenue.
Yeah.
That's how we operate. You know, we don't have any tax funds that come in. The school doesn't support us financially. And so as a freestanding nonprofit, that's how we stay running for the operating budget every year.
And, you know, an easy solution obviously would be, we need the money to maintain, we're going to raise the membership. You guys did that a little bit, but maybe some people didn't understand the need for it, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's a need. Like, you can't continue this without having reserves.
Correct.
So if I were standing here right now, would you, and we came back here in 5 years,
Yeah.
with staying the same status quo,
Yeah.
would we be standing here in front of this?
I would give you a 25 to 30% chance shot if something doesn't change.
Yeah.
And that I pause and you can't see because of my sunglasses, but that brings tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Because of what I know it means to everyone, especially after reading all the survey responses. We're going to have to get really creative, and we're going to have to get a lot of community support if this thing is going to be here for families in another 5 years.
Allie is back, and she is producing this entire segment. So we're having new background, but we were talking about the plea because it's real. Nonprofits are always struggling.
Yeah.
You're doing this fundraiser where you're just really coming out and asking for donations.
Yeah.
What other ways could folks help? They could join, right?
Yeah,
you
they
could
can
still
join.
join.
They can volunteer, you know, even if they reach out and say, hey, here are my skills, here's what I can offer. You know, a lot of times it's a matter of connecting with the right people in the community with what their skills are.
We dealt with that a couple minutes ago when the gentleman from the JCs popped in, Larry, and you know, he has an expertise in this pool world, and he's going to try to help out in some way. And then, are you doing any other fundraisers? I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, there are so many fun things, and I'm a fun thinker, right? And I'm always saying to him, oh, you should do this and this and this. Right now, you guys are trying to just, no pun intended, stay above water.
Yeah, we're chasing our tails.
You just haven't, you can't even get to the part where let's have this event so we could save money, right?
Yeah, it's really difficult to get ahead of ourselves to do the future and strategic planning. And really, traditionally in a nonprofit, that's what the board should be doing.
Yeah.
But because there are only 5 to 7 of us on a regular basis, so you can also join the board. Come help us, please. Come to meetings and join us in these conversations.
What kind of meetings do we have? In case somebody is interested, that's going to be the first question. Like, what's my time commitment here as far as meetings? What do we meet?
Maximum 2 hours a month.
Okay.
So it's usually a Tuesday or a Thursday night once a month. And you show up and you hear the reports from the officers and what's going on at the pool, and you help us problem solve and you help us make decisions that are hopefully representative of the community.
Where, I'll put it right here, what is the email, or if someone's interested, where could they reach out?
Sure. Email me, cvrcboardchair@gmail.com.
Okay.
You email me directly. I'm always happy.
And I just feel like you're making so much headway, and I'm getting nervous for you. And I have no stake. I am not on the board. Obviously, it's the first time I've ever been here, but Amy and I have met already, and we've talked, and you're doing great things. I'm nervous that, because you're leaving in July, right?
Yeah, it'll be
that makes
technically
me nervous.
November. But yes, technically November. So we'll have a nominating committee come in August. And then present the next slate of nominees in October.
So I better get on the board fast so that I can change the bylaws.
Yes, right. Well, and the other tricky thing too is, not having enough people volunteering or coming to board meetings. We have to be careful about meeting quorum.
Yeah,
and how we make decisions.
Yeah,
so that has been really tricky and really challenging for us, wanting to make sure that we're making healthy decisions that are representative of the community, and then only having 7 people show up to have the discussion or the conversation.
What made you want to be a part of this? Did you grow up here? Did your kids grow up here? What? Oh,
it's break time.
Break time. Which at Colby growing up would mean Adult Swim, but this meant concession stand.
Yeah, that's
for me.
So for me, I did not grow up here. I have cousins who grew up here that are younger than I am. When we moved here about 5 years ago, Will was 4, and this is one of the first places we met other families and came and hung out and socialized and met people. I have a strong belief and value in community and connection and accessibility and all the things that the rec represents. And so when I attended a meeting last spring and I saw all the needs and I knew that I had some skills that could hopefully meet those needs, I stepped up and I said, I'd love to see what I can do. I'd love to see how I could help. And I think, the board has come together and made some really good progress, gotten some really good data and information and how we hope to move forward, and made some immediate improvements with the help of donors. Again, we could not have done it without donors. Again, memberships and program fees only go toward our operating budget. So the rest,
and you're not paying people, $125,000 to be the park or the director here.
No,
trust me.
The pool director is part-time, and if Beth didn't love it, she's not paid enough to be here.
And if that amazing donor that we keep referring to with the pool, if he went or she or they wouldn't have stepped in, would we be sitting here at the pool?
Yes.
Okay.
But it would be vastly different. And I think we would be holding our breath to see when the next time the health department would come.
All right, we moved again. We want to be visually exciting to all of you to stay with us because there's lots of good stuff in this interview. When you are with a board, you need to make that plan, that future plan, right? Which is something, if I'm hearing correctly, maybe no disrespect to anybody, but you're dealing with repairs and getting open, and that hasn't been kind of the top priority, right? But now it is, because you need that, right?
Right. Well, I think, it was interesting to look back at the history, and the big fundraiser every spring for a long time was, Save the Rec. And I feel like now we are actually at that point where we have a deadline that is coming fast.
Yeah.
And I think that not just with the facilities, but also with the organizational structure, how can we make this sustainable where you don't have 5 or 7 volunteers getting burned out after a year and then the slate turning over?
Right.
How can we hire even part-time a development director to help us with long-term donations and investments, since we are on our own as a nonprofit, and not only build those reserves, but potentially help us with a capital campaign for the rebuild.
Yeah.
That we're looking at least probably $6 to $8 million for that. And as a nonprofit, we're going to be all on our own for that.
And you're not because you like something to look better. You're talking about rebuild because it's been said to you, this building is not going to be here in, whatever, right?
Correct.
This is a must rebuild.
Yes. So, and that was part of our purpose in January and February of getting an architect's assessment of the building and getting a formalized pool assessment of the pool structures. And when they cut that concrete out, they can look at the original structure of the concrete and say, ooh, they had to hand scrape the wall right there closest to the field. And they had to hand patch it because it wasn't going to withstand the saw, the electric tool. And so we're talking about it not existing. We're talking about it being so old. At that point in 10 years, it'll be almost 100.
Yeah.
And
that's insane.
It's just not. It's not going to be here. It's not going to pass health and safety inspections.
So can we? And I'm just going to throw out random questions because I know nothing. Can we build it elsewhere on city property so that we can capitalize on any kind of grants or funding so that we're not held to the school grounds?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And this survey was so interesting for us because we threw out all of those options in the questions. And I think people are a little nervous when you talk about that. A lot of the answer was, well, I need more information before I can say that I would support that.
There's not much.
I think
land
that's the problem. I think that is the crux of it. I think the crux of it is, yes, we would like to keep it in the village, but where is that?
Right. You're the Chagrin Valley Rec Center.
Right.
So you don't really technically have to stay in Chagrin Falls. Am I wrong?
You are correct. And even more so, if you look at the population of Chagrin Falls schools, a lot of our students are no longer in the village proper either.
Right.
So a lot of
the
the
South Russell.
Yeah, so a lot of the families that we're serving and a lot of the families who answered the survey are not within Chagrin Falls proper.
Yeah.
And
Do
so
you have to be in the Chagrin Valley to be a member?
no, you
No.
don't. And
So
that's
anybody
another
can
thing.
join.
Yes, anyone can join, and you also don't have to be a member to come here. Like we have daily drop-in
I
rates.
did see somebody was
Yeah.
$8, I think
Yes.
she said,
Right.
to pop in.
So we have daily drop-in rates that, I mean, if you have family visiting from California, you all can drop in. No one has to be a member. You know, that is, again, the classic summer, the essence of the rec is y'all come.
Yeah.
You know, like
build your memories.
yeah, everyone is welcome here, and we're going to try to make that accessible for you in the best ways that we possibly can. And come enjoy yourselves for an afternoon.
Does the village fund any of it?
They do not. So they do help us. They open up the fire hydrant for us once a year and help us fill that pool.
Okay.
Which, as a part of our new construction, actually, we may be keeping the pool filled, and that's why we're getting the covers.
Okay.
But
and how much are the covers? I want to do another shout out for a donor. How much are the covers?
So the covers together for the big pool and the middle pool, we've been quoted $24,000.
Okay.
So we got 4 different quotes. They were ranging from $14,000 to $28,000, and the board picked the proposal that was the best for our facility, which would be about $24,000 for those covers to protect the investment.
And if I if I were going to do that,
sure,
could my logo go up on this fence or something? Like, do you ever talk about business sponsorships?
The board talks about that all of the time.
Yeah,
we are open to that.
Okay.
In fact, the playground that you see behind you in just a couple of weeks is going to be totally replaced as a part of the Tom Florkowitz Memorial Fund. So all of the donations that came in his memorial fund are going to be replacing the playground. So, and there'll be a bench with Sally and Tom's name on it, dedicating the playground to them.
Great people.
So,
great people.
Yeah.
I would have to say they're probably big rec, or were big rec supporters. And now maybe the kids
It was so nice
so cool.
and interesting to sit down and talk with their son and daughter. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So businesses out there, you heard it. There's opportunity here. How many people do you see walking through the door?
Oh gosh,
summer?
That's a great question. Well, I know that our membership has about 850 family members. So you'll have to assume that each one of them visits at least once a year.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot of drop-ins this year too, which is great. I think we're really looking to bring back more of the middle school kids and the high school kids to come in and hang out and swim, and give them a place in the community that's safe where they can go. What
are the hours?
So 11:30-ish to 7 at night, I believe. Listen to me. I try to get my son out of here at 7, but they may stay open till 8.
Okay.
But all that's on the website, and there's a nice ticker that goes across if we ever close for weather.
What is the website?
So it's chagrinrec.com.
Okay. And could we do teen nights? I'm trying to think of things. Get ready for the jump in. Teen nights, adult nights only, like adult only nights. Obviously there's no sipping because we're on school property, but you know, do we talk about those kind of things where you have like a little general admission and you know, because those are, you know me, and I think Amy knows me now enough to know that ideas they go flying and I say them,
which I love. I absolutely love, and we can use all of them that we can get. We have an events chair this year, and we have talked about a lot of these different things and having an events calendar for those special events in the evenings. I think with the construction and, you know, trying to just get out of survival mode,
that's kind of been your focus.
Haven't gotten there yet, but hopefully.
All right, we are now in front of the third pool. This is like the kitty.
It is. It's the wading pool. We call it the baby pool. It got an, I guess it's a decline. I was going to say incline.
Right. But we talked a little bit about, because I don't have kids. I have kids, but they're grown. I've got grandkids, but I would want to just come and swim. But I don't know if I'd want all the extra activity going on. Are there any opportunities for me to do that? I think you said something about that you could put surf or lane
lane lines.
markers or
Yeah, so we have lap swim hours. And
Okay.
and again, something else you can look on our website early in the morning. So even before the swim team comes in,
Nice.
you can come in and you can lap swim. And there's
Okay.
guards here on duty. They're the ones that unlock it.
Do you need to be a member? Can you do a drop-in on that?
Right now,
Or is it only drop-in?
you can do both, I believe. The treasurer, again, is
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to comment in the comments.
Yes, yes. You know what? That's not the president's job to know all this stuff. This is the treasurer's job. Okay, but I just want to know if that's an opportunity. I know that there are other places around here that you can purchase just a swim, adult swim thing.
We do not have a swim lap only membership.
Okay.
I will tell you that.
Okay.
So we have a membership.
Treasurer, get on that.
Yeah.
That's. I think you would get a lot of adults to do that.
Yeah, we tried it out last year,
Oh.
and there were about nine people, and so it was difficult to track. Which is why this year we went with more of an individual or a senior membership.
Gotcha.
And so there's a discount for seniors and also college students that may be interested in that lap swim time.
Okay.
So we tried to kind of streamline the membership options because it was a lot to try and follow last year.
Do you do any exercise, water aerobics, or anything like that?
We don't. So that was another thing that we've talked about that I think would really encourage adults and older adults to come in, is if we had the space and the time and the instructor to do those sorts of classes.
So it sounds like you're just continuing to evolve, right?
We are.
It can't be the status quo from 1930. It just can't be.
Right. No. The families around here have changed and their needs have changed.
Sure.
It's part of what we're seeing at the organizational level as well as the community participation level, right? They have been very vocal on the survey about the things that they want to see and the things that they need, and it is different from when this place started.
What was the one shock that you read that you're like, wow?
I was shocked and took a deep breath before I took it personally. There were a lot of comments that people want to see.
I got a little friend.
Oh, hi.
Did he go?
No, I got him.
Oh,
there
look
he is.
at you. You're definitely a mother of a boy there, you guys.
For sure.
Yes, yeah.
Any fears that I had, they're gone now. 7.5 years, they're all gone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I think the community wants to see qualified people running it. They want to see qualified board members. They want to see qualified management staff in-house that we're hiring.
So not just people doing a hobby.
Yeah. And that's a big shift, right? Because volunteer culture has changed as well. And so not only have we had difficulty finding volunteers to keep this place running, because traditionally it's been volunteer run only, but also the families that we're serving, they want to pay people for their qualifications. They want to have people come in that are qualified.
But again, you got to have money to do that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
What would be shocking? We talked about the expense of things and how, you know, it's not like a household. It is a house. What are some other things that people might not realize that you have to do to maintain or maintenance?
Yeah, I think anything that a nonprofit requires. So we have to do all the same, like attorney general registration and all of the back house things. We have to schedule health department inspections on a regular basis, particularly of the pool specifically. I think the day-to-day operations are much more entailed than I expected.
We can't just hire a 12-year-old to run the pool.
No, you can't. I mean,
Beth, no disrespect to any 12-year-old.
Right. And they're, you know, helping the middle school and high school kids. They're helping with the concession stands and the campers, and they are our lifeguards, which is wonderful. And that's how they're learning.
And this is no joke. I mean, this is safety.
It's safety.
These
exactly.
People are swimming.
Exactly.
There's accidents. Like it's
safety.
You can't mess around with this.
Correct.
You have to hire
health and safety. Right.
Plus, you have a lot of competition around this area with the different country clubs and different facilities that also are hiring lifeguards.
Yes.
So you need to be able to maintain and stay in that same financial commitment to them.
Exactly, because you want quality employees who are trained well and who are watching the pool. And again, huge shout out to Beth Sonhalter, the pool director, because she does that very well as a prior swim coach. And she also has basic knowledge about the pool. So if
Right.
something goes wrong, and we talked about pool service providers not being readily available,
Sure.
she knows enough about it that
Yeah.
she can sort of figure it out and get us by until somebody can get here to fix it.
Yeah.
But particularly with the age of this pool, the list of things that Beth does each day to keep it open and keep it running is incredible.
Shout out to Beth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the board really, all 4 of us are new this year. And so we really got thrown in like baptism by fire.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to run this place. We really
And
should.
if you are a pool person out there, you know, we probably would be able to get your banner up if you just were the maintenance person in the,
yes, please.
in the pool. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
All right, folks. So this has been a joy, and I think very educational, and I think very educational for everybody watching. I think with nonprofits and groups like this, you just assume that it runs.
Yeah.
You don't know how it runs. You come to the pool and you enjoy it. You go home about your business. So I think it was great to have people have a sneak peek on what goes on to make sure that there is a place here in Chagrin Falls for people to create memories together, summer memories, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad you came.
I'm so glad. Thank you. And you want to do some rapid fire questions?
Sure.
I always like to end
I'm going to
it with
sweat a
some
little
fun.
bit, but
No,
let's
you
do
won't.
it.
They're easy. All right. The deep end or the shallow end?
Oh, the deep end.
Your favorite pool snack? Doesn't have to be sold here.
Oh,
You could say margarita.
definitely margarita and popcorn, actually.
Cannonball or the perfect dive?
Perfect dive.
Nice.
I'm a type A.
Nice. Sun or shade?
Sun.
Shade.
I'm a sun.
Your favorite summer song ever?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You know, I'm a music therapist, so we could be here a while. Anything by the Beach Boys.
Oh, I love
I mean, just turn on their
I
albums.
love that. Mine is Summer Breeze.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I hear Summer Breeze, it takes me to when I was 7 with my mother.
It's like,
All right, pool noodles, yes or no?
No.
Best age to enjoy the pool?
Oh, I have to say 7 because my
Okay.
son, it's just a joy to watch him
Oh,
and
I
the
love
other
that.
rising second graders.
Early morning swim or evening swim?
Evening.
Lake or a pool for swimming?
Oh, see, this is good because this is why I don't mind Chagrin. Some people think it's a little, or the rec, the rec, some people think it's a little gritty. I grew up swimming in lakes,
Yes,
and so
yes.
it doesn't bother me. Like the locker rooms don't bother me. Like you
Okay.
just have to know what the expectation
right.
is. I might pick a lake actually.
Okay. At Kobe, first of all, you had the metal tag, which is always the coolest
Yeah.
thing. Your mom had to sew onto your swimsuit,
Yeah.
and then you had to walk through the freezing cold sprinklers to get yourself wet. I don't know what the point of those were. They were freezing cold, and you had to run through them. There was no other way to get to the pool but through the spit stuff.
Yeah.
Your one word that would describe the rec center?
Classic. I think I use it a lot.
If you could swim with anybody, dead or alive, it's usually eat dinner is usually what I say,
Yeah.
but we're at the pool. So
Yeah.
who would you want to go swimming with?
Michael Phelps. Go big or go home. Come on.
I love that. Amy, this has been so wonderful. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. And folks, that's another episode of A Piece of Molly's Mind. If you want to help out, become a board member, volunteer, donate. If you're a business and you want to donate funds to help out the Chagrin Valley Rec Center, you go to chagrinvalleyrec.org.
Go to
Did I make that up?
chagrinrec.com.
How about
It's
going
all right,
to
you're close.
You go to chagrinvalleyrec.com. No, Chagrin Rec Valley. You know what?
chagrinrec.com.
She's going to tell you where. Amy, where do you go if you want to donate or help?
Go to chagrinrec.com. You see it's in a sign.
Literally right in front of me. Literally right in front of me. And that is why I'm the best host around, you guys.
You're amazing. You're amazing.
All right. We'll see you. And happy summer. Come here to the rec center.
Yes.
Join the rec.
Come see us.
Yes, we'll see ya. Bye.